Blessed love, this is Rashala representing for the Lion's Voice, seeing? Yeah, man, keep it locked right there, sir. On to Zion we go. Lion Voice don't move slow, no. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're going where the blessings flow. Keep it locked right there, sir, seeing? Rashala said that. Lion's Voice.
What are you waiting for? Come together, calling from near and far. Know who you are. What are you waiting for? Rally up, it's Exodus. What are you waiting for? Ancestors paved the way for us. Yes, I am Ketis Oyonde, asking, what are you waiting for to come together? The time has come for the lions to tell our own story. This is the Lion's Voice.
African pride, root of all nations, boy. I tried with the lion, the Rastafari. Lion of it tried with lioness like I do. Empress on the front line, we need you. Well, this is Medicine, the steady one, and you are now tuned in to the Lion's Voice Network. What the lion fought for do? Scorch them. Roast and parch them.
I will never stop, hail the Most High, and I will never stop, call Rastafari. Blessed love, this is Kushite representing for the Lion's Voice. We are here to tell our own story, Rastafari.
Empress Idama, and a young scientist. Your role universally unfold, be told. Blessed love, this is Keisha Idama, and it's time for the lioness and the lion's voices to be heard. This is the Lion's Voice, Rastafari.
Yo, blazing fire, yeah man, this is Rasindio out of Belize, and the time has come for the lions to tell our own story, right? Yeah man, we blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah man, Rasindio said that, blazing fire, lion voice.
Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Yeah, Rastafari, Empress Idama the first. Tell the people about Empress Idama. Well, even if the stars they fall and the moon turn into blood, well, through the coming war we stand tall. I will shower you with my love. And even when the people start ball, cause they see the city streets them flood. But when the hurricane blow down their wall, I'll be by your side and me now but think I found the love of a lifetime. I love you every day or the night time. Almighty, I made your light shine, and unto I, your love was a lifeline. Think I found the love of a lifetime. I love you every day or the night time. Almighty, I made your light shine, and unto I, that light was a lifeline. It seems like the world is upside down. I will never hide, I'd rather stand my ground. Lion of Judah blessed with the triple crown. Can't come fool I with no circus clown. Now fear no hurricane or the cyclone. Respect for Mama Earth with that embedded on me bone. That's why I will never leave you alone. Protect you from harm when the alarm sound. So even when the stars they fall and the moon turn into blood, to the coming war we stand tall. I will shower you with my love. And even when the people start ball, but they see their city streets them flood. When the hurricane blow down our wall, I'll be by your side and me now but think I found the love of a lifetime. time. The Almighty, I made your light shine, and unto I, your light was a lifeline. I think I found the love of a lifetime. I love you every day or the night time. The Almighty, I made your light shine, and unto I, your love was a lifeline. They say hurt people, maybe that's why Babylon them so evil. Maybe Babylon abused as a child. Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chasmach Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of special edition of Lion Talk Live. Welcome to Lion Talk Live and welcome to the Lion Voice Network, where the lions are telling our own story. Tonight we have a very special episode. We are utilizing the platform to amplify, magnify a great project that is happening. Fundraiser tomorrow night. Just spoke with Empress Idama. She says she just coming from the sound check. The artists, them are ready. So it is a mightyful vision that is coming to fruition. And we really do give thanks. We're going to talk to organizers of the event tonight. We're going to get some updates from Ethiopia. We have some special guests that will be calling in from Ethiopia. It's 4 a.m. right now in Ethiopia, so I want to show them how committed the ones them are to this work and this mission. So big up Global Lion Pride family. This is one of those things that we need to support, that we need to magnify. Big up all of the Lion Pride. We are also watching the Armageddon unfold as we speak. Unprecedented military buildup in the Middle East. We've been saying it here for a long time. World War III already started. We're going to go live here on the channel when the bombs start dropping. So look out for that. We're going to go into the prophecy. We're going to go into what you should be doing. We've done this type of content on the platform before, preparation. This is not our war, so we are tasked by the Almighty to be in a state of preparation, a state of preparing. What is the alternative? Because there's going to be a lot of destruction in the next decade, unfortunately. We're also coming up on the 100-year anniversary of the coronation of His Imperial Majesty in 1930. We're coming up on 2030. 2030 is also the year they have for a lot of their New World Order plans. So 2030 is going to be a crossroad. But we're saying here, likely the world will already be deep into this war that is unfolding on the planet right now. And it's just unfortunate. We pray for the innocent, all of the civilians that will get caught up in this terrible judgment. We're praying for them. As Rastafari, we stand with a heart of love. You know what I mean? That is one thing we want to communicate on this platform. We don't take any of these things lightly. As they unfold, we are watching them. We are witnesses of this time, of this age. But we always are praying for the innocent, those who wrong place, wrong time. And this is why we say repatriation is a must. Come out of her, my people, lest ye be partakers in our sins and sharing her plagues. You know what I mean? So we have to come together now and to create these safe spaces. You know what I mean? We have to create the safe spaces where we can live in harmony. All right, that being said,
Before we bring forward our guests for this evening, I want to big up the greatest online community on the planet Earth. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Lion Pride. I remember saying I'm biased, I know this from zero, you know what I mean? So I seen it grow, and I have to just big up the item who watch, who have been supporting, who've been reaching out. The next Lion Pride on Patreon, reaching out, different connection, different links happening behind the scenes. The Unity is really refreshing. A lot of our Lion Pride on Patreon, a lot of our people are also going through layoffs. It's rough out here in the Gideon, you know what I mean? So we're also praying for those ones who facing instability, discomfort, just hold the faith, stay strong. All our soldiers out there who are, facing uncertainty, faith, courage, work, rising like a just cause. David, and even in the 21st century, David can still defeat Goliath, you know what I mean? We remain confident in the victory of good over evil. When we hear these songs, it's not just a comfort, but it's for this time specifically that we're living in. So, mightyful eyes to all of the global family who are going through their tribulations in this time. It's going to get worse before it get better, but it's the time that Marcus said, black people, when your back is against the wall, well, the wall is there. But forward, you know what I mean? There's a path forward of I and I walk hand in hand. So that is what we are doing tonight. We are highlighting positive project in Ethiopia, one of the crown jewels of the JRDC, the Jamaica Rastafari Development Community, I think it is. We'll get that clarification. They have built in a sustainability, they built in shops so that they can generate income. And again, this is the balance philosophy that now is becoming prominent within I Rastafari family, you know what I mean? Which is I have to create economic opportunity, you know what I mean? That is key. We have to create economic opportunity. One of my guests is here, and because he's tuning in all the way from Zion in the whole of mountains, and because it is 4 in the morning, and because he is, I credit him as one of my teachers, because as a young Ras, reading his book, at the same time reading the Bible about the Abrahamic covenant and the Davidic covenant and all of the different covenants and, the ecclesiastical teachings of His Majesty. This is one of my teachers that I grow with. So I'm very happy to bring forward great Brother Karl Phillpotts. Royal greetings. Brother Karl.
Greetings, my brother.
Can you put your phone like this?
Sure.
There you go.
Give thanks.
Give thanks. I say I have to be respectful of the time, because this is 4 a.m. You know what I mean? So I want to give the opportunity to just share with the family. I'm going to bring forward Empress Idama has just joined us as well. Family, make sure you share the link. This is a special episode. We're talking about Shashamane, JRDC school tonight. Big show tomorrow. This is unprecedented, you know what I mean, in terms of we are putting Lion Voice Network behind this, so we want to see a massive response for the show. And again, we're asking, even if you cannot attend physically, that you buy. There's an Eventbrite link. We did a community post. We'll repost it. You can go on Eventbrite no matter where you are in the world, buy a ticket and support this event. So we're not just depending on our New York family to attend this event. We want the global family. So Brother Karl, before we get into the event, can you just give us a brief introduction and just let us know what's happening in Ethiopia?
Well, first of all, I must say give thanks to the Most High for allowing us this opportunity, and also to thank you for allowing us to use your program as a platform to promote the cause of Ethiopia and to bring knowledge of Shashamane to all our people throughout the world. I first, as we always give thanks, I said, from scriptures, I say, except the Lord build the house, Psalms 127, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord watch over the city, the watchman watch but in vain. The Psalm also says it's vain to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow. But the Lord gives his beloved sleep. And children are a heritage of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. Blessed is he who hath his quiver full of them, they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. So we give thanks to our Most High God, and also for this opportunity. We give thanks to all the listening brothers and sisters, and we give thanks to those who were before us, upon whose shoulders we are building and continuing this great work in assisting in building community institutions in our motherland, Africa in general, and in Ethiopia in particular. So this is an opportunity. We give thanks. I represent the Shashamane Foundation, which was founded in 1998. And we celebrated recently our 25th anniversary of supporting our brothers and sisters in Shashamane of the Jamaica Rastafari Development Community in building an education institution, which we have been supporting for 25 years on a voluntary basis. We are very thankful to all those who have helped us to accomplish what has been accomplished, an elementary and kindergarten educational project, which has served annually roughly 450 children. We have 32 members of staff. And so we give thanks that this 25th year, we are now on a sustainability project to help the brothers and sisters there to become self-sustaining without dependency upon the West. So we have put an economic engine in place, 2025, by the erection of a wall, which when completed, we have completed around 72 meters of this wall. And we have put in place over 8 shops, which are 80% completed, which will be utilized by the school to generate income for themselves, to sustain themselves. It's a charitable school, it's an NGO school, but an indigenous NGO, meaning it is it can support itself by generating income without depending upon us in the West. I give thanks, which I have to say, to our fathers, those who were before us, upon whose shoulders we are building, because this has been a long struggle. We give thanks to our families who have assisted us, to my wife, Sister Valerie, Simeon, and our children, and all our supporters and all those who have prayed for us and over these years assisted us to implement this project. We give thanks to the brothers and sisters on the ground in Shashamane, and we give thanks for His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, who gave land to our people in Ethiopia. This land was granted to the Black peoples of the West through the Ethiopian World Federation because of the support of our people in the liberation of Ethiopia. So we are most thankful to His Imperial Majesty and the Ethiopian people for giving us a place in Africa. And out of what is left of that land grant, because there have been regimes, there's been the communist regime of Mengistu Haile Mariam, where they nationalized all lands in Ethiopia. So only the brothers who were there, who went in the earlies, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, their children and those who are still with us are in portion of the land grant. And a portion of the land grant is upon which the school has been built. We are giving thanks also now in particular to Sister Idama and the brothers and sisters of New York,
Yes.
who have been keeping fundraisers for this school for several years and who have been very instrumental, the artists, the reggae artists, in helping us. We haven't gotten any grant from any major corporation, no government assistance. This is a people's grassroots movement as an example of what a little can do in Africa by perseverance and by determination and faith in the Almighty. So we give thanks also to Raskwazi, who has been instrumental in promoting this effort. We give thanks to our Executive Secretary, Brother Roy, who is really the author of the Shashamane Foundation, and myself, who have been assisting. I am like the PR man, but Brother Roy is the one who penned this idea to use a non-profit as a pipeline to challenge support to the brothers and sisters on the ground in Ethiopia. Our foundation is to create awareness of the Shashamane community and to support any project on the ground which is for the benefit of the people. So not only the JRDC, in time, the brothers and sisters in the JRDC are licensed to go into many projects, agricultural, social welfare, and anything which contributes to the development of the community and Ethiopia. So we give thanks. In brief, we are here.
Give thanks.
And Brother Kwasi has a video with 2025 in review that he can run to give you, save us even some time. It's after 4 a.m. in the morning here in Ethiopia.
We're gonna get there. Before we get to that video, I want to
Imperial Music Entertainment, Blazer Music Group, and Culture Palace presents a fundraiser show and dance benefiting the JRDC school in Shashamane, Ethiopia on Friday, February 20th, 2026 at the prestigious Culture Palace, 3605 Church Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Admission is $30. Gates open at 10 p.m. Featuring performances by Sammy Dread, Iras, Keisha Martin, Empress Idama, Firestone, John E. Cash, Rob Simeon, Kefense First, David Culture, Barry B. Cherry Rock, and more. Party with a purpose. Come out this Friday. MC is Al Jam with Nuff Up Radio. Music by Blazer Movement Sound. Sound Splash Sound with Messiah. And if you're not able to make it, you can still purchase an advance ticket at 718-669-9992. That's 718-669-9992. Or make a tax-exempt donation at shashamane.org. See you there.
give thanks. thanks, give thanks. And big up Rastafari TV for that excellent promo video.
Yes,
Have you,
surely.
yes, yes. Have you attended this event that's coming tomorrow, Brother Carl? Have you ever been in person? I know it's an annual event.
Yeah, during the COVID time it was interrupted, but I have been to, I think, 2 of the events there. Whenever I'm there and it's kept. The last one I was in Ethiopia, just as I am now. So, but we'll be represented, and we give thanks also for all the efforts of those who are promoting this event. We give thanks to Sister Fanai of Rastafari TV, who has been very helpful to us over the years. And there are many people, even outside of the Rastafari community, who have prayed for us, who have been supporting us. In fact, what has been accomplished so far, as I had mentioned, around over 3,000 students have passed through that school and gone on to higher stages of learning and also working in productive capacities in the Ethiopian nation and in the Shashamane community. So we give thanks. And as I was saying, this is just an example of what to encourage others what you can do, because we give the glory to Most High God. If it wasn't for Him, none of this would have been accomplished. So we give thanks. And yes, Brother Kwasi, we move forward with any other topic you'd like to deal with. You were asking about Ethiopia in general.
Yes, because
Well,
you're also our correspondent when it come on to your back and forth, so you can see the changes better than someone who's there all the time. You're coming back to America, you're going forward. So what are some of the changes or advancements that you're seeing on the ground there?
Well, give thanks for technology. People can, with the tip of a finger, tune in to see how rapidly Ethiopia is being transformed. Many of our brothers and sisters are looking at books of Ethiopia way back in His Majesty's time. But now Ethiopia, if you land in Addis Ababa today, you'd think you're in Dubai, the city. Just go to YouTube and say Ethiopia today, and you'll see the material development in Ethiopia. Although things are developing rapidly, and our prayer that this is not only a cosmetic appearance or development, but we do know that the people of Ethiopia are still a very spiritual people. Even now, as I sit here, you wake up, you hear the Ethiopian Orthodox Church chanting. They have begun their Lent, and you hear the Islamic community sending up prayers, and these are on loudspeakers. You can hear them in your home. So it's a very spiritual place that has not changed, and the people have faith that, and as the scripture says, Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto God. The people are very prayerful, very spiritual, and they have held fast to those faiths for over thousands of years. In terms of development, as I said, there is a rapid restructuring of the topography of Ethiopia. Roads are being widened. The streets in Addis Ababa are wider than those in New York cities in the United States. There are sidewalks which are, once I was showing some of my children a view from a hotel window in Addis Ababa, and they were asking, is that sidewalk, do cars drive on that? They're so wide. So, and the buildings are going up rapidly. However, that has caused the displacement of many people and traditional homes. And somehow affected the traditional way of life of many people. There is political issues, which we hear. Our responsibility is to pray for peace and to support any the law and order, and to focus on what we're here for, which is to help the needy, to help as much as we can, to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and to educate those who need, to give them opportunity for life, because we know that the world is always changing. Governments come and governments go, but the Most High God abide forever. So we are focusing on what we are here for. But there is war drums beating throughout this area of the Horn of Africa.
Yes.
Because, you know, the Persian Gulf is where a lot of traffic of things coming from the east travel up there to get things to Europe and to find markets in an economical way. So the geopolitical situation, Ethiopia is of most strategic importance. They don't have an outlet to the sea, so that is creating a lot of problems. His Majesty struggled to have Ethiopia to have a seaport.
Yes, he did.
And that was sabotaged.
Yes.
And so, but our faith is in the Most High, you know. We know
divide and rule is the only plan they have, you know.
Yes. And as I said, our faith is in the Most High, and we know that change will come when mankind change. It can't come without that. So we give thanks. So we are here in this phase of our project, as I said, in the video that they will see.
Yes.
We have constructed a wall.
Very impressive.
On one side of the perimeter of the school, and which has been built 8 shops, which will be utilized to generate income to the school, not for any personal benefit, but to generate income, so the school don't have to depend upon us. This is the idea of sustainability, which is the only way for Africa to use their resources in Africa to sustain themselves without dependency upon the Western Hemisphere. So that's where we're at. I'm here to try to oversee that part of the project and to contribute in any way that I can. There are also many other projects on the ground and individuals who have done a lot from various mansions or organizations which are contributing also. And there are individuals who are working quietly but effectively in playing their parts. So we give thanks.
Yeah, so what
As
are
you
we
can
looking
see,
at here? Yeah, what are we looking at here?
we're looking at one perspective of the 8 shops. The the shutters are in. If you can move the camera, it will help. Yes, so those shops are on the exterior of the wall around one side of the school, which is around 10 meters high. And the side of that fence is around 72 meters. And there's a new gate. And so you can see they're just finishing the steps up into the shops. There's a short video there with the executive director of the JRDC, Ato Abdissa,
like to say on behalf of dear all support.
Okay, let me cue it up. All right, so explain the video now.
Yeah. Give thanks. Yes. This was done yesterday, so you're getting fresh news, fresh. Give thanks for the technology and the ability to share.
Hold on there, brother Carl. I want people to know that Lion Voice Network, you know, we're giving exclusive from yesterday to today. We're bringing mainstream media is not going to give the item this, you know what I mean? So this is why we give thanks. You have to support Rastafari independent, non-aligned media. We have to have our own media family. Big up attorney Cheryl Murray Powell with the $10 contribution, international president of the EWF. She says, thank you for showcasing our beautiful Shashamane stewards of our inheritance. And she's also the president of EWF Local 12, which I am a proud member. So big up, Madam President, for your support. And I see the eye all over spreading positive energy. So we do give thanks. Big up yourself, Grassroots. Let me play this video.
Dear all supporters, I'd like to say on behalf of JRDC, thank you so much for your supports. The sustainability project of JRDC, or the building of the shops, 8 shops, reached to this stage. As you can see that we are fixing the ceramic park at the stairs and the flooring parts. So hopefully this project will be completed very soon with your support. Thank you so much for your great contribution. I'd like to say thank you once again and continue supporting the JRDC project through Shashamane Settlement Foundation.org. We love you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So very professionally done work, you know, very clean. Speak to that, what the people just saw.
Yeah, these are the 8 shops which we began in 2023, 2024. And in the meantime, while these shops have been built, we have a staff of 32 members, including 18 teachers and administrators and auxiliary workers to support. So our foundation over these years have been playing a major part in this. The school is a charity school, but in that charity clause, there is a clause which allows for the community itself to participate in the supporting their own school. So as a small fee of around, let's say, between 400 and 500 birr per month is paid by a certain amount of the students, including kindergarten and elementary, knowing that the rate of exchange, that is around $4 US, no less, around $3 US a month contribution by parents, because the rate of exchange, it is around 150, between 150 and 360. So it's even less than $3 a month, which helps in the budget for the children, which our budget is probably around $50,000 US per year, of which the Shashamane Foundation contributes to through grassroots supports of humble families of people who are conscious that an organization depends upon its own people. So it's strongly grassroots supports, and we have other individuals and organizations which have contributed over the years. So as you see, sustainability is our goal, because we know that we won't be here forever. So we're trying to put an economic engine in place that the project can maintain itself even without, or when external assistance declines. It's a good thing we weren't depending upon USAID or anything, but just upon our own people. The Ethiopian economy, you asked about Ethiopia, is experiencing a 30% annual inflation rate. In America, people cry when there's a 3% inflation rate. We have a 30% here. Because of that, there has been major challenges to keep up with the payment of salaries for teachers. So we give thanks that in December there was the Giving Tuesday platform, which people in the international community choose a charity to which to donate. We had reached out to adjust, for support to adjust the salaries of teachers so they can cope with the rising cost of living. We give thanks that that was a success also. And in the video that will hopefully be shown tonight, 2025 in review, we can see that we were able to deliver a cost of living adjustment for the teachers to cope with the rising cost of living. So again, for all this, we are thankful to all our supporters. We are thankful to the Most High God who put it in the heart of others to give and to contribute. And we have not, many times people ask, oh, what about the reggae artists or this or that? We believe that the reggae artist is an individual who is earning a bread by his gift. And we believe it is a collective responsibility, not just reggae artists, to contribute to this. But anyone, if one is obtaining income, then this the historical way was for him to give even 10%. If he's making $10, if he can give $1. And but we cannot wait upon the Queen or the King of England to give us what we need to be doing for ourselves. Although reparation is in order, but we're not waiting on anyone. We have been given creative ability by the Most High God, which by the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread. And so we are going ahead. We're not waiting on any artists. We give thanks for the artists, and we know that they work hard. So they're not the only ones responsible to help. Each and everyone has a responsibility to give, because more blessed to give. You're not blessed when you receive, no, you're blessed when you give. And so we give thanks, and we give thanks for all who have given their time to this project.
Yes, and
Sister Idama,
we're gonna go to the video. I don't know what happened to Sister Idama. I think she's having some Wi-Fi challenges.
Okay.
But the Most High, the Most High is doing what the Most High does, and the eye is here. You're clean and crisp like you're up a Silver Spring. So we give thanks. We give thanks. We're gonna utilize the eye while you're here. Definitely. Can everyone can see the screen there? Let me take this down. My audience knows anytime you see the production kind of slow down, my queen is not here. So you have to just stick with me. You have to stay with me.
You're not fully balanced.
Yeah, I'm not fully balanced when the queen is not on the production. So let me get this up here. All right. All right.
Poverty and hunger, reeking with poverty and hunger. We must, because peace cannot reign in an atmosphere reeking with poverty.
Let me know if you can hear the audio.
We must explore and
in the comments.
Feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Words of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I.
We lost volume.
You have it back now?
No, no sound. The sound is gone. Anyway, this you're looking at is morning assembly of the JRDC school children. In the background, you can see the elementary building, and they're on the field, the 3 acre of the land that His Majesty had granted to us. That's a portion. So they're in the morning assembly. That's the elementary building in the rear right there.
Hold on 1 second, Brother Karl. Hold on 1 second. Let me know in the comments, could them hear the audio? I want to make sure that if we can get the audio, we can get the audio, because there's some beautiful, I can hear the audio, the children singing. Please, and Pride, let me know. And in the meantime, let me bring forward the royal Empress Idama. I don't know why I'm not seeing the eye on the screen. Empress Idama, is your camera on? I can see you.
It should be. Here. Greetings of one perfect love to the Universal family. See, there we are. Yes, one perfect love.
Hold on, let me remove that one.
Give thanks and praise unto
Greetings, can you hear? Please, yes, Lion Pride, let me know if you can hear the sound. I'm going to share the video again. We can't hear the audio from the video. We can only hear the eye talking. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again. All right, because I have a good relationship with my audience, you know. So we don't rush anything. We want to get it nice and make sure that we can have the best presentation. So hold on 1 second. Let me and anytime my audience see this, they know my queen is nowhere around, nowhere close. Them see me just struggling by myself. So they have grace with me. All right. Let's see here. All right. Now let me know, family, if you can.
Because peace cannot reign in an atmosphere weakened with poverty.
Yes.
We must explore and strengthen the means of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Words of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. The Shashamane Foundation gives thanks to the Most High for His continued blessings over the works of our hands, allowing us the privilege of successfully serving the Jamaica Rastafari Development Community School, the JRDC Educational Project in Shashamane, Ethiopia, for 25 years. We're thankful to all who have prayed and assisted us over these many years. With these few but persistent contributors of humble bearing, including families, friends, and well-wishers, This project has been blessed by the mercy of the Most High to survive and grow to serve over 450 children each year and retain 32 members of staff, and building and maintaining an 11 elementary facility and a kindergarten, 4 classroom facility, and a lunchroom. I am almost most grateful to our Shashamane Board of Directors, whose voluntary sacrificial efforts over these many years have contributed to the success of these endeavors. The accomplishments listed have been made without the involvement of any government or major corporation grants. Prior to 2025, a sustainability project was launched for the school. We began putting in place an economic engine which, when fully in place and operating, will generate income to the JRDC school project, gradually enable it to sustain and maintain this operation even when external assistance declines or ceases. Our 25th fundraising gala, which was our silver jubilee event, was held on August 3rd, 2025. This, we are thankful, was a major success. The funding raised $6,500, which was dispatched to the GRDC, providing the catalyst for completing the 3rd phase of this project. By the end of December, we had received and dispatched a total of $9,652 on this project, which is now 80% completed. We have succeeded in putting in place 75 meters of a concrete walled fence, 3 meters high, with a new main gate on one side of the school's perimeter. This accomplishment, apart from enhancing the security of the children and staff and facility, strategically included the building of 8 shops on the exterior of this walled fence, each size 4 by 4 meters. We give thanks to all whose prayers and contributions have made all this happen in 2025. With assistance of Mr. Thailand Hunter from the USA, the construction of a new guardhouse for the facility has commenced. We're hoping that by the end of March 2026, we will be able to complete this. In 2025, the JRDC School provided the venue that facilitated the annual Back to School Supplies charity program for the Shashamane children. This is an annual event conceived and executed by Sister Joan Douglas under the banner of the Trinity Sisters. This year, these sisters, along with other repatriated community residents, secured funding from goodwill donors, purchased and distributed over 2,500 packages of back-to-school supplies to parents in Shashamane and also to JRDC school children. The JRDC project has been faced with persistent challenges of adjusting salaries of staff to meet the spiraling 30% inflation rate in the Ethiopian national economy. This is an issue impacting the cost of living of all Ethiopians. This affects the competition in the job market to maintain and recruit professional teachers. However, with contributions we secured on the Giving Tuesday International platform on December 2nd, 2025, our foundation was able to secure funds, enabling us to award the first of 2 parts of a bonus cost of living adjustment to the JRDC staff. For this considerable act, the JRDC staff were most appreciative and sent thanks to all who donated. We're also thankful to all who made personal visits to the JRDC school to witness these developments and who pledged and gave their support. Notably, we give thanks to Ras Trevor through his organization, the Rastafari International Marcus Garvey Cultural Center, who donated 49,000 Ethiopian birr to the purchase of 6 computers, including accessories. We also give thanks to Ras Jalada, the PR of Idama, who facilitated this gift by delivering the funds to the JRDC that purchased these computers and who overseed its implementation. The Shashamane Foundation appreciates the efforts of Great Ambassador and Chairman of the JRDC Board Brother Sidney Salmon and his Imperial Majestic Band for using the opportunity of the release of their new album, Al-Jumeda, to promote awareness and garner support for the JRDC school. Ethiopia's notable astrophysicist, Dr. Yeted Belike and Kibret Aksbats of the Ethiopian Space Museum Society, along with Ethiopia's famous cultural ambassador, Gash Abera Mola, who attended the launch of this album in Shashamane, also visited the JRDC school and pledged their support to the school's project. Many other visitors came and expressed happiness for the progress they saw and pledged to secure assistance to the JRDC school project. These included Sister Dinah from London, Sheba Shakiri, along with her husband, Brother Benjamin. We also had a visit from Canada of Sister Zabisha Victoria Williams, another child educator and social worker, and who also contributed to the JRDC school financially. We also had a visit from Sister Anne-Marie Hibbert, an educator from the school in Addis Ababa, and her daughter, Sister Keisha Johnson, neuropathic practitioner from Jamaica, who also paid a visit and pledged their support. In the midst of all these activities in 2025, the JRDC kindergarten graduate class of July 2025 was successfully carried out. We now move forward expeditiously in 2026, committed and undistracted from our sustainability goal of completing these shops earlier than later in this year. We give thanks to Sister Idama and the Rastafari community of artists in New York for their persistent support and plans to contribute their talents once again to fulfilling the vision of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey in building community institutions in Africa. These brethren and sisters in New York have not wavered from their commitment to continue the works of their Imperial Majesties to strengthen the means of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Thanks to all for your continued prayers and contributions. The blessings of the Most High Exabir be upon us all, and we trust that He will continue to crown our efforts with success. For this, we give thanks. We of the Shashamane Foundation give thanks for the foundation contributions of the founder of the 12 Tribes of Israel, Dr. Vernon Carrington, known as Prophet Gab, from Kingston 12, Jamaica, and our first Dinah, Sister Viodoris Goodman, and their daughter, Kashai. He also set up the Ethiopian World Federation Charter 50 in 1968 and initiated and encouraged the JRDC Community Organization in Shashamane, Ethiopia in 1986. The Shashamane Foundation salutes this great patriarch who taught, organized, and repatriated so many Rastafari brothers to hold until the land granted in Shashamane by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I on behalf of the Ethiopian government and people to the black people of the West Diaspora. This land was gifted for their contribution to the liberation of Ethiopia from the fascist Italian occupation in 1941. On the shoulders of these and other patriarchs in the Rastafarian Pan-African movement, we stand and build community institutions in Mother Africa. We must recall the quote from Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 50, which says, "Now there was found in a city a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that same poor man." Give thanks.
Give thanks. Very informative. Very informative. Hold on a second. Let me remove that one here. All right, can everyone hear? Talk, let me hear.
Yes, we can hear you
Yes,
loud and
yes.
clear.
Okay, beautiful.
The
beautiful.
Joshua Squad.
Give thanks. So everyone can see, I think that was very comprehensive and timely. And I was surprised to see the promotion for tomorrow's big event in there. So that means it's fresh. That review was done fresh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
it was. It's great.
Go ahead, Empress Idama. Your connection is a little choppy, but go ahead.
We are immensely joyful to support this phenomenal endeavor towards educational excellence and, of course, grassroots building, determination, and self-reliance.
We're getting a feedback,
Private.
Yeah.
Sister Idama.
Your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I want everyone to notice how clean Brother Carl Wi-Fi is in Addis Ababa. I mean in Shashamane, and she's up the road in New York, and we barely can hear her. So you know what I mean. That is interesting to see. You know, that is very interesting.
Yeah. I think she may have another computer or phone on at the same time in close to her, which was giving that feedback.
Yes. But the eye is coming.
It's like having a radio on. It's like having a radio on when you're doing an interview. Yeah.
Yes. But the eye is coming in very clear. But that video was very impressive. And as someone who has seen from the early days, and I visited the school, and when I went to Ethiopia, Brother Carl was the one who arranged for Ironman transportation. We stayed at Brother Carl Gates. This was 2007, I talk about, so long time ago. And to see the progress and the vision, you know what I mean? I think this is one of the projects as Rastafari people we can feel proud globally to know that once had the foresight to establish a legacy. And then what I love is now building in the economic viability, you know, and having that foresight to have the school be sustainable. I think that's so crucial. I'll tell a quick story. I was getting my glasses in Virginia, and I had an Ethiopian lady that was serving me, and she said she's from Shashamane. And then a little more find out that she was a graduate of this school. This is a big woman I'll tell you about, you know what I mean? So, she was a graduate of the Shashamane school, and I didn't have the foresight to get her information. But she was so happy, and you could tell that she was so joyful to see I as a Ras, like she had that connection. So this is giving us tremendous PR in that region, which is an Oromo region. So they're not naturally, they're not fans of His Majesty government, a lot of the ones who live in that region. But this school creates a bridge, you know, it creates a real human connection that they have with His Majesty, with the legacy. Can you speak about that importance, Brother Carl, of this school and what it represents in terms of the people's impression of I&I?
Well, as you know, the Ethiopians, they cherish education as one of the major means for social and economic mobility. And as we said, things are developing rapidly. Ethiopia is a federal democratic republic. The previous government had divided Ethiopia in a federal system along ethnic lines,
Yes.
where the majority of people in each region, you have 9 regions now, they have their autonomy within a federal structure. So Shashamane is from Addis Ababa, Harar, coming right down. That's in the Oromo region, where the majority of people are from the Oromo family. I say family because Ethiopia is really, to us, one people. Whether you are Oromo, Amhara, Guragi, whether you are Tigrian, we believe in one Ethiopia. And that is our inspiration even throughout Africa. But the reality is that you have, from the time of Emperor Johannes.
It went, what does it say?
Sorry.
Yeah, from the time with Emperor Johannes and to Emperor Menelik, they worked to unify, because Ethiopia consists of many kings, many chiefs, many cultures, many languages. So they worked tirelessly to bring Ethiopia together, especially when they were confronted by the colonial expansion into Africa. So Menelik was very dynamic in bringing the regions together under one administration, but that was not fully accomplished until His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie I, who through the monarchy, he, just like the time of King Solomon, to promote unity and peace, many of his children were married into the Tigrayan and the other ethnic groups. In fact, it is said that His Majesty's mother and Empress Mene were also families into the Oromo ethnicity, or clan, so to speak. But Ethiopia is, to us, there is one blood, one family. For our vision is beyond ethnicity. It's a collective people working together for the good and prosperity of a nation.
Yes.
So, but the reality is that various cultures, they ascribe to their own religions. There are a lot of people of the faith of Islam in this region, and there are also many from the Ethiopian Orthodox faith. There are emerging large group of Protestant groups, churches, and Ethiopia's culture really in this region. The Oromo culture, they have their chiefs, which is called the Abagada, who are some of the movers and shakers in this place. So our effort is, by doing these works here, is to show that we're not here in Africa to get, we are here to give. And and we are working for the Jamaica Rastafari Development Community clause is that it is for all ethnicities, no gender bias. In fact, we have more girls going to the school than boys, percentage-wise. Yeah. So it is a universal suffrage, so to speak, for each and everyone from all ethnicities. Although the school is under the guidelines as a registered under the Ministry of Education as a local charity. It comes under the guidelines of the Education Bureau in Ethiopia and in Shashamane. So although the school is administered by the board of directors of the JRDC, our Rastafari brothers and sisters, the school itself is managed under a project director who is under the board of the Rastafari community. But the curriculum is the same curriculum used in the schools. our effort is that through social studies, we can introduce the whole Pan-African history to the teachers and the students, so they'll be more aware of the historical experiences of our people, and that many of these youths, when they grow up and they graduate, they will also remember the people who assisted them in their education.
Yes.
And like Joseph in Egypt, give back a warm welcome to all the others who are to come. There are many, when you walk on the streets of Shashamane, you see so many boys. It's a young population. Over 70 to 80% of the population are below 30 years of age.
Okay.
And so you have many youths who are here and seeking meaningful activities. So even many of the youths born here and many Ethiopian youth, they watch videos, they watch, they all have cell phones, and they are seeing what is happening in the West, and the culture of the West is influencing many of their behavior and lifestyles.
Yes.
So we have that challenge to help to find meaningful activity for those youths who, if we are unresponsive or do not get involved, many of these youths will be at risk of getting caught up in all type of negative things. So we have those challenges that face us.
Yes.
And so, but we because we are a Pan-African movement and all over the world, we can work together to assist communities in Africa, like what we're doing. As I mentioned, the budget, operational budget is between 40 and 50,000. And there's a capital budget also, which is developing the infrastructure.
Yes.
50,000 US is like the salary of one teacher in the United States, and that is what has been operating a school year of 475 children registered today and a staff of roughly 32 members. As I mentioned, we are working expeditiously to try to increase the salaries to keep good teachers, because there's the Catholic charity here, there is other charities and private schools that offer higher wages than what the public sector schools can offer. And so if we can improve the quality of our teachers and to retain them by helping to adjust their standard of living, we will be able to attract more good teachers. So we need, still need the support until the institution can enable itself to, to afford to have teachers, because like teachers in the field of information technology, math, they're well in demand, and if they can get a job in the bank that pays more, then they'll go where the grass is greener.
Of course, of course.
Yes, so but we're holding on.
You can't blame them either.
No, you can't blame the youth or the teachers. Yeah, even here, many people are here. They go to Addis Ababa. I mean, those who repatriate, so to speak, they go to Addis Ababa to find more lucrative employment jobs, especially in the teaching profession. So, we are trying to stay competitive, and we ask you for your support. You can go to our website, shashamane.org. Don't put the www before it, because it will throw it off. I don't know why. Just put shashamane.org, and you will come direct to the website where you can see how you can contribute, and you can get more information. You can ask questions, And we are here to answer anything that you would like to ask. Give thanks.
Give thanks. Empress Idama, let's check out your mic. Talk, let me hear.
I.
Okay, cut and clear. Cut and clear. Cut and clear.
I
So,
give thanks. I apologize for whatever technical difficulties we were
no
experiencing.
problem. You hear what Brother Carl is saying. Why have you, as a big artist, I know you're an educator, leave that aside for now, but as a big artist like yourself, why did you choose to support this project? What does it mean to the eye? And what will tomorrow mean for those who need to give some contribution for tomorrow?
So I received a calling, and the calling from the Almighty, as I said, was to, when I get to Shashamane, that I would be teaching at the JRDC school. And so I give thanks for the privilege for the short time. The experience left me inspired and motivated to want to do more when, of course, when I reach in the West. And so from that time, from 2018, of course, we had the pandemic, and I was faced with other challenges, but I have, with the support of the Rastafari community in New York, and with the blessings of the Almighty, we've been able to be consistent in supporting such a worthy endeavor. So, as an educator, of course, I feel incumbent. I felt it was incumbent upon me to give some more support to this independent, self-reliant school in the name of Rastafari. And then, of course, as an artist, yes, it's a calling to use our gifts, our talents, to do the works of the Almighty. And this, I see this as definitely a part of the works of the Almighty. Of course, His and Her Imperial Majesties never stop from establishing educational institutions of all sorts, and never stop from supporting the children, the orphans. And so it is we feel it is a part of our duty and obligation. And it is absolutely a labor of love. See, it absolutely is. We're just so excited because of the unification that we're seeing not only in New York, but on a global level, universally amongst Rastafari, and other people who have a general interest in children, in education, excellence in education, and of course, reggae music. Okay, so now I'm not hearing you. Your vocals drop, Kwasi.
Okay, that was my fault. I was muted. I said this is a real Pan-African project because it was built on land that was given to the Black peoples of the world. So there's a direct connection between diaspora and Ethiopia and that connection. Last night we had a guest, Nigos Kamal Atu, who was speaking about the connection between young Rastafari and the Black Americans in Chicago from 1919. He had brought news articles written about the Abyssinian king reaches out to Marcus Garvey, so, and this was 1922. So this school really is a culmination of a long legacy of outreach by His Majesty, before pre-coronation, with Black people outside of Ethiopia to come and build Ethiopia. And We know about the Ford family that answered the call. We know about other families, but this is also coming off of that tree. This is one of the fruits. This JRDC project is one of the fruits of that outreach of His Majesty, and it's a touchable legacy, you know, of
Absolutely.
the Pan-African unity.
Shashamane, if I don't
Yeah, man, go
cut,
ahead. Go ahead.
Shashamane is to be a model city for repatriation. And so the JRDC school is like a living legacy and example of what development is all about. When I trod forward to Ethiopia, the development that is supposed to take place is in manifestation, and the continuation, 25 years, that's powerful. I mean, you're impacting now generations.
Yes.
And so this is generational wealth. Education is the passport to the future. Education is success. And it means generational wealth. When you go to Ethiopia, there is so, and Shashamane in particular, there is so much, at least I saw so much opportunity and so much innovative thinking, but also the need for more resources,
Yes.
especially for the youth then, activities and training. And so this is laying the foundation and supporting that.
I love it. I love it. And I love the unity. Brother Carl, any other things you want to share? I know it's 5:30 in the morning. I want to thank the eye for waking up, rising up early, always on the battlefield. This is one of my example, if me feel like say me need to do more, me think about them man, yeah, because from I know Brother Carl, this is the same Brother Carl, always doing the works. So please, anything, and I also want to emphasize to the Lion Pride globally, there is an Eventbrite link. We're going to reshare it. I'll put it in the description of this video as well. Please go to the link, purchase a ticket, no matter where you are, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Africa, buy a ticket, support the event. Let us support each other. I do believe World War III is started. I do believe that in the next week or so, further conflagration is going to be taking place. Brother Carl alluded to it with the Persian Gulf and what's happening in the Middle East. And things are going to get rough around the world, the price of fuel, the cost of living. And we're going to need each other even more than ever to support each other and to really rally. And I want to emphasize that no one is coming to save us. We have major politicians of countries saying that the law of the jungle is now the law of the earth. You know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing, but this is what they are saying now. There's no international law, and we know His Majesty warned the entire planet, that these things, and they have totally gone against His Majesty warning. So in this time, family, these little things, we can't stop no big war, but we can support these little projects. So we can't worry about what we don't have control over, but what we do have control over is that we can support these projects, we can make them prosper, we can shine our light where we are. So Brother Carl, just give us any final words sound, and then, well, let me also see if there are any questions. If you're watching live, before we seal up, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. So we have Empress Idama, we have Brother Karl Phillpotts here, live from Shashamane. And while we wait for those questions to come in, Brother Karl, what is it like for the eye now living in Shashamane? You have your house there. What is it like living in Shashamane?
Yes, well, as usual, being here, we keep ourselves occupied. We give thanks for the opportunity to be here and also to travel. I like to mention too, Key, that as we were taught, although people say Rastafari is not united, but we are saying that they're only waiting to come together.
Yes.
Over surrounding the common interests,
Yes.
not upon each individual's personal perspective or outlook, but as His Majesty said, the Holy Scriptures, the Bible is the rallying point of all humanity. In it, you'll find the solution for his present difficulties and guidance for future action.
Yes.
So we would encourage the brothers and sisters to know that, as His Majesty says, without the Most High, we can do nothing. So it's not in our own strength that we are moving. We are moving under His guidance and with His command to love one another and to do His will. So we believe that if ones and ones follow the teachings of His Majesty, then we won't have the problems we have. The challenge in Shashamane here is basically summed up in 3 basic challenges. 1, the issue of land. 2, the issue of status. And 3, the issue of security. Okay. And sometime gone back, we had, it was agreed in the community when Bongo Rocky was here and some of the other elders, Bertel Moody and Solomon Wolf and Prophet Gad and the brethren here on the ground from the various organizations and individuals are here, that since the land grant was given through the Ethiopian World Federation, but that has been nationalized, a totally different picture. You won't come here and see no land grant sitting down waiting on you. All those lands under Mengistu, majority of it was given to the Peasant Association, the Ethiopian farmers, because it was so much land and just a few individuals here.
Yes.
And those who were here still have plots of their land. And now that many Ethiopians from the region have migrated in the States and they're pouring in economic assistance to their own people. So people here buying up lands and going into businesses and all kind of thing like that. But the land grant, since it was a gift, there's a moral responsibility upon the Ethiopian, any successive government to honor that land grant. And things have changed so rapidly. But we know in the future, and throughout Africa, land is not a problem. Land can be given, but are we ready to develop land when we get it? Otherwise, you might have your reparations almost, but setting into place community developments, building housings and medical facilities, educational facilities takes a lot of capital. Yeah. And so we encourage the international community to focus on economic development among themselves so they can help, because I assure you, look what one little $50,000 can do here. But what I was saying, the Ethiopian, the community has a legitimate claim that land was given to our people because they contribute to the liberation of Ethiopia. And that case is still valid. We were given a gift. When people are given a gift, they don't take back no gift. If somehow something happens, then you replace that gift. But we have to be prepared, because if we get land and we don't develop it, then land is going to be given to people who develop it. If you have a talent and don't use it, then it's taken away from you and given to another.
Yes.
So this repatriation is a real issue. It can be described as a life and death issue, because when you come here, you have the issues of adjusting to a new environment, adjusting health-wise, cultural-wise, and you're moving into an environment which in the United States or the Caribbean, in certain regions here are way behind that development. So you have to adjust when you come here. Things don't go as fast, etc., etc. But the land issue is a legitimate issue, but you have to know how you approach it. The people here, in their minds, that the land is theirs, no matter how you say you're Ethiopian. In their minds, the land is theirs. That is
Yes.
where them born your land. And if you're not here doing anything to contribute, then you'll be seen not in a very positive light.
Yes.
So you can't come with the attitude, say, this stuff we land and the emperor give you this. And you have to come, say, we come to work in mutual partnership to help develop this land and this community. As Marcus Garvey said, those who are coming, they mustn't come as that they're coming to civilize the natives. They must come to work in mutual partnership with the people.
Yes.
So we have to humble ourselves. And many come here not just because of repatriation. Some come because them running from the West for some reason, whether legal or illegal. But the positive reason to come here is to help in the development. So anyway, so it was agreed that whenever it was a committee to the authorities, the land issue, deal with the EWF, deal with it. The status issue, the JRDC, because they're registered as a indigenous, mean recognized as not a foreign NGO, a local grassroots community risen up organization with license to go into many different projects. And they were authorized or given the mandate to deal with the status of the brethren here. You know that over the years, many of the people were here without any legal status, where man just come and say, him come and him home. But Ethiopia is a place which have laws, and there are international laws. You have to get visa when you come in, all those kind of things. And up to a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, the children born here had to take nationality of their parents. If your father is a Jamaican, you have to get a Jamaican passport. And because of that, the youth, them coming out, couldn't, even to get a job in the system in any country you go, you have to have work permit or you have to be a citizen. So, but with this new concession by the previous government, those who have been living here over a certain amount of years have the opportunity to get a resident permit, which is not citizenship, but it allows you the same rights as any Ethiopian, except joining the army and voting, which we give thanks for that. Also, that is a blessing. So, and then the issue of security, which the African Black International Congress, known as Bobo Shanti, the brothers here, through the Honorable Priest Paul, is given the opportunity to deal with the security issue of the brethren here, because, in an environment where there is have and have-nots, there is an imbalance which imbalance the mind of individuals to covet what others have. So the community have that issue of security. A couple of homes the other day were broken into by youth who them think, I don't know what they think, but so the issue of security. So operating in that way, everyone has a responsibility to contribute to the whole. And wherever there's a common interest, that is what we can unite around. If we want to move this table and we need help with our four corners, everybody hold one side and lift it. So whenever we have that common interest, that is what we rally around. And when anybody is sick here, you have everyone from Cross Mansion come and try to help that individual. So That is, it's just the structures that we have to create and maintain to foster that unity to go forward. There's a lot of work to be done in terms of relationship and understanding with the government and people. So we encourage all who are coming to come with a positive mindset. The brethren in the last security meeting that they had, and we are looking for a set of that when anybody come here, they register in the community, we know who they are, what they are here for, and we try to advise them how to secure a good realtor, a good attorney to deal with the issues of status or issues of land, and to get advice how to find education for your children, that kind of thing. So like an absorption center, like in Israel, anybody who was going there, they are orientated to the new environment and know how to function.
Yes,
because
key.
Certain places here is like you have jungle in Jamaica and you have Tivoli. You can't just one day in them place there. You have to meet the Dan and you have to meet the chief. You have to show respect and have a purpose.
But all of Africa is like that, brother Carl. Africa is not a place you're supposed to. One is not just a neighborhood. There is a people there. There's a structure. You need to check in with the chief. You know what I mean? So,
man.
Say you
when you go to Ghana, you have to carry a buckle of snaps for the chief or something. Yeah. So even here, we didn't even recognize that there were chiefs here at one time. They call them the Abagadas. Yes. You have to show you respect. They are the movers and the shakers and such forth. You can't just come and walk past, because Ethiopia, every man looks simple, you walk past a man, I don't know, that is the man, the key man. Him not exalt himself and force you to come to him.
No.
Like how them would do in Jamaica and them thing there. But when you go full circle and come round and you go to try to get some document, you see me sit down behind the table. So it takes behavior to be a savior in Ethiopia. So anybody come, it's not no ragamuffin business. You have to come with humility, respect. You understand me? It takes behavior to be a savior in Ethiopia. That is what a song that was made a long time ago. So we give thanks again. Sister Idama, I guess you can enlighten us some more about your event. We hope to have
not my event, but the JRDC benefit show and dance. It's for the JRDC.
Yes.
All fun will
hold on. Stick a pin. Before you.
Imperial Music Entertainment, Blazer Music Group, and Culture Palace presents a fundraiser show and dance benefiting the JRDC school in Shashamane, Ethiopia on Friday, February 20th, 2026 at the prestigious Culture Palace, 3605 Church Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Admission is $30. Gates open at 10 p.m. Featuring performances by Sammy Dread, Iras, Keisha Martin, Empress Idama, Firestone, John E. Cash, Rob Simeon, Kefense First, David Culture, Barry B. Cherry Rock, and more. Party with a purpose. Come out this Friday. MC is Al Jam with Nuff Up Radio. Music by Blazer Movement Sound. Soundsplash Sound with Messiah. And if you're not able to make it, you can still purchase an advance ticket at 718-669-9992. That's 718-669-9992. Or make a tax-exempt donation at shashamane.org. See you there.
Yeah, man.
Up, man. The thing up, man. I tell you, way up. It's in the heights. So much blessings. It's just been so overwhelming. Give thanks for that commercial, Fanai, Sister Fanai Enat from Rastafari TV. Great strength. So yes, Imperial Music and Entertainment, Blase, and Culture Palace are proud to present a royal show and dance for the JRDC school that is in 24 hours. Wow. Yes. the build up. So, and I have just been totally immersed in the planning and ensuring the success of this event. Just before the that show here, we came from the sound check and the decoration and the link up, another radio promotion as well. So full blast. The thing is way up, and all we need is for the people them to come out. It's a very small donation for a major cause. Just $25, as we say, don't holler. It all takes place at the Culture Palace. That's 3605 Church Avenue and Brooklyn Avenue. It will be epic. Legendary artists like Sammy Dread, as we say, Queen of Jam Rock and Soul, Keisha Martin, Firestone, Johnny Cash, um, wow, Defensive First, Rob Scott, David Culture, Rob Simeon, Barry B. And of course, we will be honored to have the international president of the Ethiopian World Federation, who is also the representative from the Crown Council, Prince Hermias, and the representative from the African diaspora to show their support as well. So yes, all roads lead to the Culture Palace. Come one, come all. And even if you don't come, as the good brethren say, they just much, Kwasi said, you don't have to come forward and be present, but you can make your impact felt by just going forward to the Eventbrite and purchasing a ticket from there. So
I'm asking all of the Lion Pride, 'cause I know some of the Lion Pride don't like I man, you know, 'cause they say I chat too much. That is fine, but my guess, when I bring
it's
the
good reasoning, my beloved brethren. Nothing but good reasoning and positivity that I bringing forward. Enlightenment, education,
I'm
and
teasing.
edification.
Yes, I'm teasing. But no, I'm just letting the ones them know. Please support this this event. $25, $30, whatever you can afford. On the Eventbrite, we posted it on a community post, so I'll repost that, and I'll also will include the Eventbrite on the description to this video. So after this is posted, all tomorrow, you can go just click on the link, purchase a ticket. We know Black people like to wait till last minute. Please just as soon as you see this, go and purchase a ticket and support, because Empress Idama by herself chanting could charge you $100 and you still get a bargain. I tell you them that. So for get all of these artists for $25, $30 is really a blessing, and you're
and
helping
the opportunity to support sustainability in
exactly. Exactly. No.
Those of us that say we love His Majesty, we love the word sound of His Majesty, we love the works of His and Her Majesty. This is your opportunity to take part in the work, because we know words without work is dead. And so it's about manifestation, and what better way than to support this amazing, phenomenal job that Brother Karl and his entire staff, the JRDC, has been manifesting and will continue to manifest.
Yes. It's beautiful.
The funds towards this is allocated to the completion of the Space for Sustainability project, which will help to complete the 8 shops, so that, again, yes, the shops will be rented. And some of the students are entrepreneurs, so they as well will utilize some of the shops as well. So that means by March, on schedule, that will be completed. So we can say, yeah, that is, we can check that off.
Beautiful. And we always, the thing about Shashamane Foundation, they always provide receipts. You see where your money is being spent. They come with videos, they come with testimonies. So this is
Yeah, so I
you
have
can
to
be
return to
sure
the video.
that your money is being stewarded. Brother Roy, who I have to get on this platform, is one of the most meticulous brethren when it come on to oversight and ensuring that the resources are put to good work. And there are so many unsung heroes on the ground and sheroes, including Brother Carl's children. I have to big up all of your youth, them, Brother Carl, because all of them work with the eye. Brother Carl have so many daughters and him one son, and them stand up on the battlefield with two sons, but he stand up on the battlefield and do what they have to do to ensure that this goes through year to year. So we really give thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
My volume went down a little bit. I don't know if the
yes,
eye is hearing I clearly,
I'm
but it
hearing the
is
eye.
definitely a family affair. Um, when my mom was physically here, she supported me whenever I did any little thing for the JRD, whenever I did any little thing for the JRDC school. My family, my youths will be there present. First year, they
Nice.
2024, all of my sons drum, traditional African drum, as well as
Okay,
Nyah drumming. My daughters and sons were all there, and they will be there too,
beautiful.
supporting and working, as well as Brother Carl's, one of his sons will be traveling all the way from Maryland to support as well. So it's definitely a family affair, it's a community affair, and it is the perfect example of grassroots nation building, as I said once again.
Mightyful.
Collective work and responsibility.
So any final words, Empress Idama, and then we'll allow Brother Carl to seal us up. Um, Again, make sure you support this great work. When one of the dreams I have, and my audience knows, is that we have 61,000 subscribers, and you hear that the budget for the school is 50,000.
Imagine that.
So if
Hopeful.
every Lion Pride even gave $1, we could pay the whole budget for the school um, in one go. You know what I mean? So that's the power that I'm trying to build here with the Lion Pride. I say $10, but even if we had $1, because my vision is
True.
that when Brother Carl come on here and my 60,000 subscribers give $10, Brother Carl or the Shashamane Foundation supposed to get up with $500,000 in their bank account, with just that $10
I
contribution. So that's my vision. It might take us to get to 1 million subscribers to get 50,000 to give $10, but I'm gonna keep on chanting that until we make it manifest. Because that's the power we have with technology. It's not about the big, some one person have to break their pocket, but if we all come together and we act, we have tremendous power as a global family. So that's what I want to just keep pounding that in our mind. $5, the $10. When we aggregate that capital and direct it, this is how we feed our ecosystem. This is how we build our nation. We're not going to build it any other way. No, the billionaires, you see what them are do with Epstein. So we can't even look to them man there. We don't even want them money. We want the money of the people who are working. You have a paycheck. Instead of buy that bag of chips or that $10 Starbucks coffee, put it to a cause. Where is your money going? Where are you investing your resources in this Armageddon time? Are you living? You know
absolutely.
what I mean? We can do so much with the $5 and the $10, and that's what I really wanna inculcate. And in this case, $30 ticket on Eventbrite, and we support what a wonderful cause. So, final words, Empress Idama, and then we'll go to
Well,
the.
you've expressed my sentiments 100%, Fire Lion, and I'm looking forward to making a subscription to Lion Talk, the Lion Voice,
Give
first
thanks.
thing tomorrow. Yes, it's an opportunity for us to really manifest the vision of elective works and responsibility.
Yes.
If you want to call it Ujama
Mm-hmm.
or Ujima,
Mm-hmm.
cooperative economics,
Mm-hmm.
collective works and responsibility. So I'm looking forward to seeing the power of I people, what I can do, and fulfilling the ultimate challenge, which is unity, and how impactful that can be. This is Black Eye Story Month, and this
Yes,
is
sir.
Reggae History Month. So we know the power of reggae, and we want to tell the narrative when we talk about Black history. We are a living part of the history. We are making history at this time.
Yeah,
All
man.
of I, wherever I is. And so, again, this is the part that we can build a narrative so that, 20 years from now, we can be able to see the fruits thereof.
And again, I came up as a youth. When I met Brother Carl, I was a university student, I was a young, fresh into Washington, D.C. Brother Carl, Brother Roy. I met them at the Nyah Bingi House, These are elders now in the 12th tribe of Israel, but I met them in the Nyah Bingi House. They were there seated, and sometimes Brother Carl would take up the kete and and drop the Vatican upon him face. But these are my elders, so I've seen them from reasoning to where shops are now going up and sustainability. I've seen these things with my own eyes. I had no children when I met Brother Carl. I have two teenagers. Now I want the people them understand how far this thing is coming from. I always tell people I know Brother Carl before I know Ross Woolley, and Ross Woolley are one of my closest brethren right now. And I know Brother Carl long before me know Ross Woolley. So that is something that you have to understand, that these are my elders, and I'm so honored. And our generation, that we can build on the works that Brother Carl, them, Brother Roy, all of these ones have set the example for us, and we're hoping that we can now build businesses that, next year Lion Voice Network supposed to sponsor your event. You know what I mean? Come in as a sponsor by next year, hopefully. So this is why we're building these institutions, so we don't have to go outside of ourselves for support and for sponsorship or for media. And we have a collective of Rastafari media platforms. You see, Sister Fanai did the commercial. She sent it over to I. We're playing the commercial. So slowly but surely, Rastafari is coming together. We're connecting, we're linking up, and we're building the infrastructure that even my children now will come and build on that, and we will have 10 schools. We'll have schools with Rastafari curriculum too, and we'll have but we started somewhere,
Yes,
and
private.
it's a joy. All right, Brother Carl, final sounds, and just give us some words of wisdom that we can
Yeah.
see.
Well, I'll end with a quote from His Majesty. But before I go to that, I'd like to mention that this is just one sustainability project. We have other ideas for other projects. And whenever these shops are completed, that is not it. That's the beginning of a task, because it has to be managed efficiently and properly. It has to be of licensing, and they have to be as individual things. It has to go through a whole process before it can get off the ground and to be successful. So as usual, when you get anything new, and you're happy to get it. When you get it, you have to consider how you're going to manage it or to utilize it. So that's just the beginning of one project, and hopefully it will encourage other projects and other ones to do similar things. I'd like to mention that there is the whole Caribbean community, Rastafari community, and those here and Caribbean nations were blessed by the visit of CARICOM leaders to Shashamane. There was a meeting between the CARICOM countries and the organization, the African Union, to see how they can work together for the mutual benefit. And they visited, which included the Prime Minister of Barbados and a couple of the Caribbean countries. They flew down to Shashamane. They landed in Awassa. There's an airport in Awassa, which is around half an hour to 40 minutes drive to Shashamane. And the Rastafarian community was invited along with the local administration to welcome them. So we dined together with the people in the administration and with the Caribbean leaders, and they visited one of our headquarters here, the 12 Tribes of Israel. So that was a very significant move and encouragement, and we encourage our Caribbean brothers and sisters, wherever you are, to set up things in the community. Don't think you're just going to wait here when you come here automatically overnight you're going to be functional. You have to be functioning before you come here. You have to practice abroad, and in whatever community you find yourself as Rastafari brothers and sisters. Your motto is not that when you come to Ethiopia, you feed the hungry, naked, and clothed, sick, nourished, protect the infants, care for. Wherever you are, in whatever community, you must be visible, seen. Even if you are like a food breakfast shop for the poor, you should be doing work in your communities. You understand? You have to learn to dance abroad before you come a yard. And if you have agricultural projects, when we were youth, we said we not do nothing in Babylon, and we are come home. And we come and realize that we were born in Babylon through divine destiny, and we're supposed to be bringing something back to the rejuvenation of the African continent. So wherever you are, you can be doing things. Rasquazi alert to the fact that World War III and things coming, but we know that it's the Most High God who keep the peace. He burned the chariots of war. You understand me? And it's only Him going to bring true peace. So even when in World War II, when there was Benito Mussolini, 60 million people were killed in that war, and out of that came the failure of the League of Nations, come the United Nations. And now we see international law being violated, the same preconditions that led to World War II. No respect for international law, which His Majesty said it's international morality is at stake. And but he also said in his Christmas message to the peoples of America that the Most High God will not allow us to destroy ourselves, for whom our Lord was sacrificed, shedding blood for humanity. So, although we see all these things, we have faith that those who are under the shadow of the Almighty will be safe.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, just mention the projects, and I'd like to also give thanks and a shout out to the JRDC board underground and brothers and sisters underground who are holding it and have contributed. Shout out to our chairman here at the JRDC, Sidney Salmon, and our board of directors, and the long service of Brother Desmond Martin and Sister Joan, Sister Linda Gittins, Sister Joan Douglas, and Brother Brother Arms, Levi, and all the other brothers, Sister Angie, all of those who labor hard because the JRDC board don't get paid, it's only the staff that are employed get paid. So all our work over these years, 25 years voluntary work, and so we give thanks for them, and we just wants to know, you're hearing all kind of negative news coming up, but there's positive things, there's positive and negative. So we give thanks again for this opportunity, and we pray the Most High blessings. I will close quickly with the words of His Imperial Majesty here in a speech taken from the book in which we compile his speeches on matters of the faith. He said to us, we should be careful that results thus achieved by mankind should not meet the faith of the Tower of Babel, the handiwork of those people of old, which came to pieces in their hands. The Apostle Paul says, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, and the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, and they are vain. That is quoted from 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19 to 20, that His Majesty quoted from. The reason for this is because, generally speaking, man makes himself and his wisdom the beginning and the end of his aim in life. And we are convinced that the end of this is destruction and death. Right. His Majesty says, I'm reading English language, I'm not speaking American or Hebrew now. He says, our Lord Jesus Christ says, what has a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? He's quoting from Matthew 16, verse 26. Why did the efforts of those who tried to build the Tower of Babel come to nothing? Was it not because they tried to live apart from their Creator, and because, valuing themselves in their wisdom, they tried to build a tower whose stop was to reach unto heaven and thus make a name for themselves? It is our conviction that all the activities of the children of men, which are not guided by the Spirit and counsel of God, will bear no lasting fruit. They will not be acceptable in the sight of the Lord, and therefore will come to naught as the Tower of Babel came to naught. It is for, and he goes on, however wise or however mighty a person may be, no, sorry, I skip one part. It is for this reason that the Church of Christ, and especially Christian leaders, have such enormous responsibility. However wise or however mighty a person may be, is like a ship without a rudder if he is without God. A rudderless ship is at the mercy of the waves and the wind, drifts wherever they take it, and if there arises a whirlwind, it is smashed against the rocks and becomes as if it has never existed. These are the words of His Imperial Majesty, recorded in the testament of His Majesty here. So we give thanks, and as we encourage our brothers and sisters to who call by His Majesty's name to follow his teachings. For these few words, I give thanks for the opportunity. It is now daylight rising here in Ethiopia. So we give thanks, but we know the heights of great man and man was not sudden reached, but while their companions slept, they kept toiling through the night. So here we are. Give thanks.
Yes. What an example, family. So there you have it. Tomorrow, all my New York family, make sure you march out in your best African Ethiopian attire. Put on your dancing shoes. We are coming together for the Shashamane and this sustainability effort, history in the making. And when I talk about World War III and these things, it's not to cause despair, wake up everyone and to know that we have to act. We can't be passive, because what happens in Babylon is that they have you in these devices and you will there scroll and you will go work, come home, you're tired, you get up, So when we say these things, again, it's not to cause despair, it's just that we have to take action. Now is the time of action and to move, and let us control the things that we can control. Again, how we spend our money, we can control that. How we direct our capital, how we build within ourselves, how we take care of our elders.
How we educate our children.
How we educate our children. We have control over those things. So let us focus inward as Babylon Falls, these things were written. But we have to build an alternative. So I wanted us to give thanks again for the Empress Idama, for the Brother Karl, and for the global family that are watching. Just know that the Lion Voice Network, we're going to continue to build this platform so that we have this opportunity that we can see a video that was recorded yesterday of the shops, so you can see where the money is going. Let me run one of them there quickly before we leave, Brother Karl, because this video here.
All supporters, I'd like to say on behalf of JRDC, thank you so much for your supports. The sustainability project of JRDC, or the building of the shops, 8 shops, reached to this stage. As you can see that we are fixing the ceramic part at the stairs and the flooring parts. So hopefully this project will be completed very soon with your support. Thank you so much for your great contribution. I'd like to say thank you once again, and continue supporting the JRDC project through Shashamane Settlement Foundation.org. We love you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
And you see nice, clean, modern shops.
I know that voice.
Yeah.
That's Otto Abdis Garmacho, the project manager of the JRDC.
Okay.
Yeah. Project director. Yeah.
He's the one that called me a couple of times and said, I have a sister Adama. When are you gonna do the fundraiser? So yes, I got a call while I was in Jamaica last year. I said, yeah, it's gonna happen. I only need to get the venue. And that's why we're so very thankful to Culture Palace for supporting this venture.
So
also, before I go, I also want to mention the Crown Council Trust, who was the only, let me say, sponsor that I know of at this time. The Crown Council Trust, that's Prince Hermias.
Give thanks, mighty, and
His
next
Imperial
year, next year, Lion Voice Network will come on board next year. Yeah, man. You know, as a media sponsor. These are the works. You know, this is the vision. This is why investing in this platform as a monthly subscriber. These are the works that we will be uplifting. Why? Because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion's Voice.
The Lion's Voice.
Blessed love, this is Rashala representing for the Lion's Voice. See? Yeah, man. Keep it locked right there, sir. On to Zion we go. Lion Voice don't move slow, no. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're going where the blessings flow. Keep it locked right there, sir. Saying? Rashala said that. Lion's Voice.
What are you waiting for? Come together, calling from near and far. Know who you are. What are you waiting for? Rally up, it takes the dust. What are you waiting for? Ancestors paved the way for us. Yes, I am Ketis Oyonde, asking, what are you waiting for to come together? The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. This is the Lion's Voice.
African pride, root of all nations, boy. I tried with the lion, the Rastafari. Lion of it tried with lioness like I do. Empress on the front line, we need you. Well, this is Medicine, the steady one, and you are now tuned in to the Lion's Voice Network. What the lion fought for do? Scorch them. Roast and parch them.
I will never stop, hail the Most High, and I will never stop, call Rastafari. Blessed love, this is Kushite representing for the Lion's Voice. We are here to tell our own story, Rastafari.
I'm
Empress man, and I young science. Oh, 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 you're wrong. Universally unfold, be told. Oh, 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 oh. Blessed love, this is Keisha Idama, and it's time for the lioness and the lion's voices to be heard. This is the lion's voice, Rastafari.
Yo, blazing fire, yeah man, this is Racindio out of Belize, and the time has come for the lions to tell our own story, right? Yeah man, we blaze fire, burning the wicked and the dirty vampire. Yeah man, Racindio said that, blazing fire, lion boy.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.